So that has been the Otaku Clubhouse cast, episode 17, and fuck off.
Aren't you actually going to say something?
Oh yeah, I'm super incognito, aka Felix, joined with my two buddies. Hawkaiser the Final Brave.
We're not friends.
And Akuma Soul.
Hello.
And this is Otaku Clubhouse cast, episode 17. Today we're recording on April Fools, so be on the lookout for all that fake news.
Nothing we say will be trusted.
Since when has anything we said been trusted?
True.
Oh. I guess we're just gonna sandbag our own reputations, huh?
What reputations? Where's this coming from?
Have we been known to be a false source of information? Don't say yes.
Haven't been known to be a source of information.
What are you talking about? We always report late breaking news and etc. and blah.
We break the newest hits.
Enough of this bullshit. Let's talk about something that actually matters.
Oh, you mean like
No.
WrestleMania?
No.
Enough.
I'm actively avoiding the WrestleMania topic.
Why?
Well, for one, it's gonna be bad. For two, when this video goes up, it's gonna be 2 days old. And for three, well, we're actually thinking about doing a post-WrestleMania video review. So
I don't know about this week.
somebody gotta go to the salt mines, yo. Get a couple of fucking kilograms, yeah.
What?
So Kaiser's gonna miss WrestleMania, but me and Akuma Solar are planning on watching it and making a video about it.
And if you want to join us, make sure to visit Felix's Twitch channel where we'll be streaming WrestleMania live.
Nigga, you want Vince to fucking shoot me in the kneecaps and suicide by 2 shots in the back of the head? Come on now.
Implying he wouldn't just make you job to Roman.
Oh, true. Roman will kill me. Ow, lock and load, believe that.
You can't just combine every single one of his anyway. I know what I kind of want to talk about because I saw somebody flipping out about it on Twitter earlier this week. So your boy Joss Whedon is going to be directing, or there's a lot of talks about him going around and directing this upcoming Batgirl movie.
A standalone Batgirl movie directed by Joss Whedon. Just fucking kill me now.
So, alright. I'm not of the mind of people who dislike Joss Whedon. What do you have against it?
First of all, this nigga cannot write characters or dialogue to save his life. All he writes are fucking every character that has the same personality. They're fucking with their quips and shit. Like, oh man, let me be the smarmiest fucking possible at this moment. Fucking, like, all right, I like the Avengers, right? But I don't think any of the Avengers acted like the Avengers. They all acted like Tony fucking Stark. Like, many copies of them. There was alien Tony Stark, female Tony Stark, the fucking old-timey fucking Captain America Tony Stark.
Black Tony Stark?
Yeah, like...
Wait, hang on.
Even Nick Fury was doing the quip shit in Avengers. Even though in other Marvel movies he was... And he still is, this fucking hard-boiled, fucking serious... Captain Nancy Pants.
Captain Nancy Pants. That sounds like some kind of fucking that sounds like something like, I don't know, maybe what was that one company that really hated Marvel? Not DC.
Action Comics?
No. Image. It sounds like something Image would come up with, and they would have fucking Bloodspot kill him. It's like fucking. It looks like I tracked down Captain Nancy Pants, and then he's a guy who's just dressed in the fucking American flag with it carrying a square shield, and then they start shooting him and beating him to death.
Not to mention, I just think that Joss Whedon can't direct, right? Like, sure, he can write. Some people argue that, his writing's good, his fucking dialogue is good. That's subjective, right? I just hate the way how he makes every single superhero just a fucking smartass. Especially in the Marvel universe, which, is supposed to be quote unquote relatable, unlike the comics or whatever. But he cannot direct. Like, I'll bring it back to the Avengers again. That one scene in New York where they're just fighting people and talking to each other. None of these niggas have mics. None of these niggas have fucking walkie-talkies or anything. You can see Hawkeye just pressing his fucking finger to his ear like he's supposed to have a prop, and there's nothing. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why not? Why did you not film a scene where they get like a fucking Kodak implant or something, or just give them the props? Like,
or at least CG them into their ears.
Yeah, just killed my fucking. Wait a minute, how are they talking to each other?
I still think that those movies were good, all in all, though. Now, here's my problem. I just don't care about Batgirl.
You and everybody else.
I mean, maybe if it was Cassandra Cain, or maybe if it was, say, I don't know, who's that one Batgirl who got her ass beat? No, she was a Robin. It was Stephanie Brown, right?
Oh, we don't talk about that Robin. Nobody talks about the fifth Robin, y'all. Nobody.
My point is the fact that it's probably going to be Barbara Gordon. And,
of course.
And I've been reading like probably I think it's the latest iteration, or at least the pre-rebirth one, and if that's the one that they're going with, then I'm really good. I really don't find it interesting.
Yeah, you and everybody else. Like I said, Barbara Gordon is a flat ass character. I don't mean that literally. I mean, I mean, she's not a very interesting or compelling character. So the writer, like they did with the New 52 run of her, they had to take creative liberties that some people didn't like, aka make her a slut and a feminist, but
and make her a fucking Twitter whore.
Yeah, she works better as Oracle. Like, not only does the character seem smarter and more capable as Oracle, but she's a more useful member to her team. Like, you're not really helping people if you're just fucking Batman light, and you're not Nightwing, you're not fucking Azrael, you're not Robin, right? You're just fucking. Sometimes I beat up the thugs who use pellet guns and shit. Okay.
Here's the thing. This is why certain Batman characters, despite being heroic like Batman, work, is because all the Robins, they're all pretty damn different. There's, of course, Dick Grayson, who is essentially, Dad, I'm gonna be a better Batman than you ever were. Yeah. Then there's fucking Damian, who I don't like Damian, but at least he's totally different from any other Robin. He's a huge shitter. Then there's Jason Todd, who's like, I'm gonna show you, Batman. I'll kill everybody.
And there's Tim Drake, who's the only sane person, but really, quote unquote sane.
And then, of course, there's Azrael, who's fucking totally batshit insane. Pardon the pun. But then there's fucking Barbara Gordon.
Barbara Gordon's just fucking Jim Gordon's daughter. Oh, wow.
Her entire thing is the fact that she's the most interesting things she does. Forgive me for saying this, but the most interesting thing about Batgirl is that she's fucking Dick's dick sleeve. Like, I'm sorry, she's just not interesting. And maybe it's just the fact that I didn't read any of the good comics with her, but
she didn't have any.
The one that I was reading were fucking ugh. And then that new costume change. When I first saw the costume change in New 52, I was like, "Oh, this looks okay." And then I kept looking at it, and I was like, "This looks dumb."
It looks like she can be choked out by anybody who grabs her cape.
Well, not just that. It's like her costume. Her costume doesn't work for somebody who can call fucking Batman. It's like you think, oh, I'm just gonna call Batman and get a fucking awesome, useful costume. Her costume looks like something that Kamala Khan would be wearing, and that's the thing. Her character overlaps too much with Kamala Khan, who is actually very interesting.
Wait, huh? I don't think that's how that works.
No, I know they're in different companies, but the thing is, it's like if you asked me, if you dropped two books on the fucking in front of me and you were like, which would you rather read? I'm always gonna go for Miss Marvel over fucking Batgirl.
Oh, even me, like definitely over fucking Barbara Gordon, and that's why a standalone movie with Barbara Gordon as Batgirl. Directed and written. He wants to write and direct the movie. That just sounds like a total fucking flop to me. But it actually would do well in the theaters because people are fucking marks for Whedon, and no doubt he'll make the filmography more colorful than the Snyderverse. So.
Well, and that's not to say that I think that Marvel has like better characters at this point, because here's the thing. I think that Marvel's starting to slowly realize, or starting to slowly, I think they're starting to misinterpret how they need to make their own comics. And I know I don't fucking make comics. I attempt to write books, but it's like I think they're being really hyperbolic with their own mistakes. Because for anyone who doesn't know, there was the head of sales, I believe, for Marvel, who came out and he had a big problem with how people are perceiving their comics. You've heard about this, right, Felix?
Yeah.
There was
an article.
David Gabriel. And he came out with the idea that people don't want any more diversity or women. Now, I'm gonna stop him right there. First off, that's fucking stupid.
It's extremely stupid.
Second off, it's like you're pushing the wrong characters. This is a WWE booking mistake all over again. Because here's how I see it. You have four characters that came from all this that you really should have been pushing from the start, but you let just dribble by the wayside while you wanted to push other characters. Like you could have pushed Miles Morales more, Kamala Khan, because people already liked her a lot. Same with Miles.
Yeah.
The new Nova, because nobody cared about Nova, let's be honest.
And Wolverine.
And X-23 as Wolverine. Those are four characters who would have been very easy, that you could have had the diversity in, and it would have been really easy. But
instead, they pushed garbage like fucking the new Squirrel Girl, the female Thor, the one that got fucking cancer, the Songbird.
I still don't understand why she would just call herself Thor.
And everybody's favorite cunt, Captain Marvel.
Well, no, you mean everyone's favorite cunt, Mockingbird. Yeah.
No, but they're pushing the hell out of Captain Marvel, even making her the new rival figure in fucking Civil War 2, which, by the way, she's completely and totally wrong. Like, there is no... Whatever. Let's not get into that.
No, let's get into it, because I feel, and I'm pretty sure Hawkaiser agrees with me, that it's really the fact that Captain Marvel's overall design has gotten, like, I think it's just gotten worse.
You mean
they're trying to push a fucking...
The dyke cut?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Dyke cut. I don't understand why they would think that people would like this, because her face doesn't really look like it would fit the fucking hairstyle. It looks like a mistake. Like, it looks like she went to the fucking...
I don't know if it's like Kino ironic or not, but they have the fucking the I'm not gonna say feminist because she's not like openly. They just have the fucking Nazi-esque dyke haircut, strong women type, pushing for in favor of thought crimes, which that's actually pretty.
Like me and Hawkaiser have had this conversation a million times over, and it's like I've always kind of preferred her older costume, the eye mask and the eye mask, the leotard, and the long blonde hair. And if I'm remembering right, you actually were in favor of the long hair, but you were fine with the new costume, right?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like the new costume more, but I like the long hair, like it is in the new Marvel game that's coming out over this Capcom Infinite trademark.
Because the thing is, I think for the most part, everybody just agrees that looked fine. I don't know why they decided to change it. Yeah. And it's clear that much like with many of the other Marvel, with most of the Marvel female characters, you can see where there's a divide. Because with some people who draw She-Hulk, you'll see She-Hulk in her leotard. Then there will be some people who draw She-Hulk with pants.
As long as the character stays consistent, like, it doesn't matter. But when they force everybody to draw the same way, well, sorry, you gotta give her the dumb mohawk. Okay.
Well, enough ragging on Miss Marvel. I want to jump back real quick to the problem with this diversity thing. So anybody who's heard our trademark Critics of Controversy episode 2, was it? So anyone who heard that knows that I'm completely with the idea of diversity in media. So here's the thing about that. If you're going to do this in something like Marvel or whatever, you got to take baby steps, and I mean baby steps. If they would have done everything that they did, this whole all different Marvel, it would have been like totally fine if you just left it with the four that I mentioned before. The four that I just mentioned: Miles, Kamala Khan, what's his name? Sam Alexander? Is it Sam Alexander? Yeah, and X-23. And if you want an Asian character in, there are plenty of actually already popular Asian characters you can go with.
Name one.
Amadeus
fucking
Cho.
Armor. No, fuck off. They should have gone with Armor from the X-Men, but they wanted to push the X-Men away. Armor, you guys remember her? She was in the X-Men anime. She's that one Japanese girl who has a Susanoo for her fucking mutant power, and she was actually pretty cool.
Wait a minute.
But no, they wanted to push Cho and make him into a Hulk, which makes absolutely no sense at all.
Whatsoever.
Nobody's a fan of Amadeus Cho. I've never met anyone who was like, "Oh, Amadeus Cho is one of my favorites."
Marvel's been fucking up, and what they do with these characters, like, instead of making new characters for the 21st century, the modern era, they just replace characters, like, and especially when they replace characters with already existing characters, like Captain America with Falcon, Thor with Jane, what's her name?
Well, hang on. The Captain America Falcon thing was just a fumble. I feel that I feel that the way that they started that whole storyline out was just like, yeah, that's cool, that's good, that works, but then they fucking dropped the ball.
How about America Chavez?
No. I hate that. I just hate that character in general. I think that character's fucking absolutely fucking horrible. I cannot
Isn't
stand.
America the one with like
she's
the fucking Amazon all lesbian planet
yes,
or whatever?
Yes, she comes from an Earth that's all women. Don't ask how, and they fucking.
Like they ask a lot of the different Marvel characters.
And for some reason, she hates men, even though she's never fucking met a man in her life before.
And you know what turned me off to America and what I feel bad about? There was the comic, The Ultimates, that had Black Panther, Captain Marvel. I think was it. Who else was it? Monica Rambeau and America Cheraz, or whatever the hell her name is. And the first issue, I had to sit down and actually read that she was fucking fixing a tear in the fucking dimension by dancing alongside of her girlfriend over the phone.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Shit, instantly
She's a
turned
dumb
off.
character. Also, you know, shout outs to my nigga, what's his name? Bendis, yo, for turning Iceman gay.
Bendis is. I have a lot of weird, questionable. I like Bendis sometimes. I don't know. I think
Bendis
he
used to
does
be a
some really
good
good
writer.
stuff every
He
once
used to
in a
be a
while.
good creator, and he drank some Kool-Aid sometime, and then he just fucking shoves that. He tries to get everybody else to drink the fucking Kool-Aid that he drank. And he's like, yeah, this is the best way. Like, fuck off. Just make. If you want. Here's my advice to Marvel from me, the nigga with no clout, no fucking experience in the comics industry. If you want people to like your characters, and or if you want people to fucking agree with whatever politics you have, first of all, just make a good fucking story first. You don't have to use your characters as a mouthpiece for your fucking opinions. Like, you're trying to entertain people. You're trying to sell your $5 fucking comic books. Like, holy shit. So, make something worth reading. Don't make something that somebody picks up at the bookstore through the subscription service that they have, and then they're fucking read it, and you're fucking insulting them. Like, I get the main demographic of comics is probably just fucking white men, and then Marvel has the brilliant idea to fucking decry all of them over several characters and franchises, and then they wonder, whoa, why are sales so low?
Well, yeah, I'd probably say that the majority of comic book readers now still are white guys. Like, I mean, it's definitely changed from back in the day where it was almost exclusively white guys. But again, if you want to change things, you want diversity, you gotta do it slow.
If you want to make diversity, and see, like, I'm not gonna repeat what I said in the other video. Y'all niggas gonna give us our views.
Jeez.
The problem is, fucking, you try to force fucking some change just for the sake of change, and it'll always fucking fail. People have to be tricked for progress to be made.
I mean, like, we've been talking about Marvel this whole time. Let me talk about DC, like a perfect example of their diversity. And they don't even fucking, most of the time, they don't even fucking mention it. Like, the Green Lanterns, like the first one, Hal Jordan, he's a white guy, who cares? John Stewart, black, but he doesn't make his personality isn't about being black, right? What's the new guy's name? There's a Lebanese Muslim.
Isn't it Simon Cruz? No, that's no, it's Jessica Cruz.
Jessica
right?
Cruz and Simon
Baz.
Maz, yeah. Lebanese American. Alright, I don't know if he's Lebanese American or if he's just Lebanese, and he's a Muslim, whatever. He has brown skin. Then and then his apprentice is Jessica Cruz, who's a Mexican, right?
Who you've seen plenty of
and a
pornos
female. And they don't make stories about, whoa. Like, cause it wouldn't make sense. Like, ever since I got these Green Lantern powers, these aliens are making fun of my skin. Like, fuck off.
These blue aliens keep calling me a nogger. No, but I don't know, because I've always had this problem anyway when it comes to comic books. Why would and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. I'd never want to write for like Marvel or DC, mostly because I wouldn't want to write and create characters that, number one, I don't own, And why would I want to write for Spider-Man or write for Batman? Why can't I'd much rather write my own characters and my own stories.
Or you can be like the OG Dwayne McDuffie, R.I.P. Make your own characters that people love so much that they get adopted by one of those big companies.
Adopted?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say they get adopted by one of the characters. I was about to say, hold up.
More like
wait a second.
Abducted. No, he can't do anything about it because he's dead. Rest in peace.
Yeah, and so now they have the rights to Static. Who was it? Static, Rocket, and Icon.
Yeah, but well.
And now we have to wait and see Jaden Smith as fucking Static Shock.
It's not true. It's April Fools.
It is true. It's all true. It's true. It's damn true.
Fuck off, Kurt Angle.
Oh God. So, anybody see the Hall of Fame? No.
I saw a little bit of it.
No, don't waste your time.
All right. Okay. Moving on.
Moving on.
I would just like to briefly say that I hate fucking April Fool's Day because you have all these game companies and all animation studios, and they're like, hey, look at this cool project we're working on. April Fools! Here's your season 3 of Attack on Titan. Oh, fuck off. April Fools, we're not really making a Fire Emblem set in the real world.
Well, maybe that's a good idea, because...
Well, I mean, they kind of already sort of had that, though.
Yeah, Advanced Wars.
Advanced Wars.
Hashtag Fire Emblem.
No, but it was a prank
Wars.
that they were going to make a Fire Emblem set in feudal Japan with samurais and shit. I mean, that could be interesting, but yeah, they're definitely not doing that. And also the fucking classic prank of fucking the Tales of Vesperia coming to the U.S.
It's every fucking year.
Ooh.
Every single fucking year. Every single fucking time. All the fucking time. Oh, God.
A prank that Nintendo is making a Smash game for the Switch. Very funny prank. They should fucking...
Which shouldn't be a fucking prank.
They should just have the game. They should have
months ago.
Smash 4.
Smash 4 should already be on the Switch. Yep. Pathetic. Well, that's my quota for shitting on Nintendo.
Implying you have a quota.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I just do it because I hate Nintendo.
Damn.
And thus, another day goes by. Speaking of another day going by.
I thought we were done with this,
exactly.
False transition shit.
Exactly. We still need to finish Iron Fist.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
It's been like fucking 3 weeks, and we kept saying, "Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done." We're frauds in the eyes of listeners.
One episode away.
We're frauds. Who would have thought?
Oh well, what's this we shit?
We, yes,
episode
we have to watch it together.
I'm sorry, guys. This is bad quality. Don't watch anymore.
If they only knew the behind the scenes, the Hawkwing hasn't been here for the last 10 minutes. But what's the next thing we want to discuss?
Well, the next thing I want to discuss is all this anime that's getting ready to come out soon.
Oh, right.
If you guys don't mind.
Sure.
Anybody got a problem with that? Hawkaiser the Final Brave.
See, I'm already moving on, and you still trying to shit on me, huh? Trying to hold me back.
You're right.
Like
I take pride in that.
I was rudely interrupted. Next season doesn't look like it's going to be too good. It's a lot of garbage. Not garbage, but a lot of...
There is a lot of garbage, like Attack on Titan Season 2, Boku no Hero Academia Season 2,
Attack on Titan Season 2 is already started.
Oh, no, nobody cares that I call that garbage. Okay. Damn, the reverse sandbag.
I'm sorry that nobody cares. Nobody cares about Grand Blue.
Well, it doesn't look like garbage. Like, I can tell you that much.
But nobody fucking gives a shit.
The story is kind of lame. I don't really like it.
Anybody want to watch Berserk Season 2 on TV?
Hell no.
See.
Oof. Don't say yes. You can't be a mark for this. Just wait for the Blu-rays. You
Akuma's
fucking
a drone.
idiot.
We already know this.
Oh my god. Stop it. If you keep repeating yourself, it's gonna be episode 17, the Spastastic Sparta. Oh.
Spastastic Sparta.
I was trying to think of something that was fucking...
The Spastastic Scion Akuma
You just could have threw a fucking tried and true Spurg at the end, but you had to be fancy with it, alright.
Spastastic Spurg Scion Akuma Soul.
Stop.
No.
Enough.
But no, there's a bunch of stuff that are coming out that is actually coming out, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Sugimomo. I was reading some of that manga a couple of months ago, and that looks pretty good. There's a lot more, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Be shonen animes coming out this season than, like, the last couple of seasons.
What you meant to say was Fuchoji.
Well, yeah, but more importantly, the new Naruto starts, guys!
I'm definitely gonna be watching Boruto The Next Generation trademark.
I think we're all gonna be watching Boruto The Next Generation.
And since we're doing that, we might as well play Naruto Online, a game where you could play all blah blah blah. God.
Are you really referencing that damn ad that's on?
I'm just tired of people shilling. Like, I'm tired of the anime community. Like, this is a call out. Even though.
No, you are not calling them out. We'll do that some other time.
Even though somebody has already called them out, I'm tired of people fucking shelling super hard.
We'll call them out in another video. Fucking get a grip. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Well, that's how it is, huh?
I couldn't help it.
Okay.
Couldn't help.
You can't steal a catchphrase if nobody even knows it's somebody's catchphrase.
I thought your catchphrase was "fuck off." Anyway, I'm also looking forward to Recreators. That is one of those really weird projects where it looks like somebody just mishmashed it all together. But I've always had a lot of love for things like that. The point of the story is like there's all these different characters from all these different like novels and animes and video games. Like you have a fucking main character from a mecha fighting against the main character from a fantasy world, fighting against a girl from a magical girl series, and then some guy from some old shonen series from years ago, and all this other stuff, and it's just mishmashed all together.
Project Crossover.
Speaking of which, the guy who worked at Monolith Soft actually quit Monolith Soft. He was like the main director of the Cross Zone series. He quit. So
you almost said he died, which basically is the same thing.
Shut up. I'm so used to people fucking dying before they leave behind these businesses now. Speaking of dying, here's me hoping that Tsukasa Fushimi. No, let me not wish that on somebody.
I'm just gonna cut that out because not only did you transition with the same fucking words, you fucking.
That was meant to be. That was meant to be abrupt.
You didn't even go through with the joke. Nobody understands that. Only Weeblaboos would
Nobody
get that reference.
There would be somebody in the fucking comments who's gonna look up Tsukasa Fushimi.
No,
I promise.
I hope they don't.
I hope they know not. I actively tell them not to.
I believe that the average intelligence for our fans is a lot higher than that, so they won't take the bait.
Are you lying?
Oof. So, you said what was it? Recreate or recross?
Recreators.
That just reminded me of the reboot of Reboot. You didn't know Reboot is getting a live action / CG reboot. The series Reboot is getting a reboot.
Can you say reboot 3 more times, please?
Oh, I can, but they're only paying me every 10 times I say it.
Yeah, but they're going to fucking... I was about to say it again, but yeah, they're rebooting it. I don't know why. I know that there's, like, Reboot has a pretty big following in a certain fan bases.
It has a cult following because apparently it's so good. The only memories I have of Reboot is when fucking Bob and his wife died, and then the little kid was like, "Nah, Enzo, nah!" Bad end, you know. And then he grew up and he married that mermaid girl from the fucking that one game, which, you know, I think that violates all their fucking all their ethics, is that they bring somebody out of a game into the mainframe. Ooh, ooh.
I don't know. I went back and rewatched Reboot, and I was like, this is a little too cheesy for me. And this is coming from somebody who goes back and watches Power Rangers. I think it's just a little too cheesy.
It's a little too dated, yo. The fucking graphics are worse than Beast Wars, you know. Real talk, real smart.
Alright, hold up. See, you fucking up now, cause you just disrespected Beast Wars, and I ain't gonna stand for that shit.
Beast Wars is trash, Prime. You lose.
Beast Wars is godlike, dude.
Nah. Like,
sorry.
There was some
the
old
fact that you guys are even talking about Beast Wars right now.
Yeah, it's a joke.
You realize that literally nobody
remembers Beast Wars, and for good reason. It's garbage. Just like the Transformers Robots in Disguise was garbage.
G1 of the 90s.
There was no, it wasn't. It was the fucking.
It is our generation's G1.
No, it isn't. It's the fucking. The G stands for garbage, nigga. Fuck off. Our generation's G1 was Armada, yo. Armada was the pinnacle of a Transformers show. Anything that came before it was shit. Anything that came after it was shit.
Get some taste and get a grill.
He let it slide.
The most Kino Transformers series, second to
episode they were fighting over the damn mini console.
Second to Transformers, the animated series with that one Indian girl who was actually a robot the whole time.
So now you just want what the troll.
It's I think that it was corny, to be honest. It was really corny. I'm sorry.
The only thing better than Beast Wars is the fucking. I mean, I almost fucked up. The only thing worse than Beast Wars are Transformers movies after 2.
After 2? I think you mean after 1.
I don't understand the sentiment that Transformers 2 was so bad, worst movie of all time. It was fine. Like, they killed off Optimus too soon, and brought him back too soon, but it was fine.
I think that all the Transformers movies past 1 were garbage.
I think 3 was good because it had combinations.
Fuck off. It had one combination,
with anything.
And it wasn't even a real combination. It was fucking Jetfire sacrificing his legs so that Optimus could fly. Like, that's not like, cause that I was so hyped because man, they get Jetfire, they're gonna do the transformation like in the Armada, and
Good. That's the end of your statement. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that for the week, unless you guys want to talk about Persona 5 real quick.
The game isn't out yet.
Well, none of us have it, so...
No, I know that, but I'm looking forward to it. I just wanted to see if anybody else
would. Well, I can fucking wax poetic about the shit that's been said about Persona 5 this week from the fucking SJW reviewers who are literally giving it a negative score because, man, this game touts itself as progressive, but it doesn't have any transgender representation and doesn't have any fucking LGBT relationships. There's only one character who blah, 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 blah. Like... I've been fucking slapping myself in the fucking cerebral membrane because all these idiots who are out here judging Persona, a Japanese culture game made for Japanese people, which we just so happen to get localized because it's fucking a bunch of weeaboos and it sells like hotcakes in the West, and they're just saying, wow, why isn't this game, why isn't it liberal like us, why doesn't it have our politics? I've literally seen Ars Technicana spout one of the flaws of this game as not having any gay characters. Or no, it apparently does have gay characters, but they're not part of the main cast. Like, it's this fucking representation buzzword again, right? Like, everybody needs something in the game that looks like there's no people of color in Persona. No shit. It takes place in fucking Japan. Fuck off. Oh my god. That's my rant.
Alright, that was episode 17 of the Otaku Club cast. Goodbye.
Goodbye. What the April Fools?
Oh wait, I forgot to mention about the fucking Sword Art Online news I heard about.
Oh god,
it's definitely
you just
April
had one
Fools.
rant.
Fuck off.